Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Arid Redux and welcome back to another Minecraft mod spotlight, this time on one of my own mods called Jaden's Lore. This mod is basically, well, it was made by me, it's still being made by me in fact, and it just has a bunch of features that are they're references to stuff that's happened in my online life. So, for example, Andre, we have some Andre stuff in here. We have Nikolite, which is my favorite dust. Then we have Chetty, which is one of my friends. We have Walking Demuxer, which is another reference to something that happened in my Discord, and Chetty's axe, and even Weenor's. I think that actually is basically a pig spawning texture. It's almost the exact same. It's not exactly the same, but it might as well be. I need to fix that. Anyway. So, I added a bunch of new stuff since the last time I messed with this on video. And, yeah, none of the sack stuff has changed. I still haven't removed the torquer block, but, and I haven't still haven't fixed the Nikolite texture, but one thing that I did change is I changed the Nikolite sword is now 29 attack damage. Which is not right. That should be 30, so I'm going to fix that in one of the next versions. So that's supposed to make a perfect 30 attack damage with the sword. And that was down from like 37.5 attack damage. So I changed it down to 30. That should be 30. One thing I also did is I added something new to this. This is a reference. This is just a file that I had in my documents or my pictures, so I just put that in here. As you can see, this manual is definitely not anywhere close to being finished. But yeah, I did. Oh, whoops! What the heck? I did add. I did modify a few some of the text in here. Not much though. Let's see. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I fixed. I think I fixed the sacker so it doesn't just spit out freaking whatever it's called, sacks all over the place when you mine with it. If you right click with it, it will still you know, give you wool, but to be honest, I should make it so that this takes durability to do that. So let me go into game mode survival. Wrong, there we go. Yeah, I should make it so that it decreases the durability by like 4 each time you do this. Because the thing only has, what, how much durability? 1632. Yeah. I'm probably going to make it so that this will, it'll go down by like 128 each time you do that. Because these aren't that hard to get. It's just a really, really powerful weapon. Anyway, so that's a good way to get wool, if you need a lot of wool. And of course, I changed it so that the items no longer spawn under you when you are, you know, getting your sacks. Instead, when you break a block specifically, a sack will spawn where that block broke. So, yeah, there you go. Or a sakura will. Also, the text there is also a reference to a video and something that Andre said. Anyway. Let's see, what else did I change? I have to go back and do creative mode for this. There we go. I changed the lore catalyst. The amount of times you can use the lore catalyst in crafting recipes has been decreased to 16, and I really should have just made it 8 because, well, you can get more lore catalysts if you don't break the first one you got. But these are pretty, you know, these recipes didn't change. Just the actual the amount of times you can use the lore catalyst in a recipe. So to make compressed Nikolite ingots, which is for a really powerful weapon, and for the torquer block, which makes another really powerful weapon, and to make more lore catalysts. So you can only do any of these 16 times with the lore catalyst until you have to make a new one, and so you already have more. So yeah, that's a change. It went from 64 to 16, because 64 was way too much, and I really should just make it 8. Okay, what else did I change? I added a tag to the WeenorCraft blob to make animals be able to spawn on it. But don't worry, pigs are not in the spawn list for the, or like normal animals aren't in the spawn list for the for the dimension, so it won't, you know, you won't get pigs in there. I still need to add some kind of a food mob, but anyway. You will have some stuff from Dreams spawning in there, but that's a completely different mod. If you just have this installed, it'll only spawn one mob that will, actually 2 other mobs that we'll see when we go in there. Actually, I've only managed to get 1 of them to spawn, but there's 3 in the spawn list. So let's see here. What else did I change? Oh yeah, I changed a few things that we'll discuss once we actually get into the dimension. So let us build a portal. Ew, yeah, ew, perfect. Let's build the dimension, shall we? Of course, this can be whatever size you want it to be. I'm gonna make it pretty big. I don't actually know how big another portal can be, so let's just see if this will work. Use the Weenon accelerator, and bam! Alright, so to get in this dimension, we have pretty much everything just as before, except now we have, what are these things? These are called Weenors.
Ouch!
And,
Ouch! Ow! Ouch! Get him!
These are all custom sounds.
Ow! Get him!
Oh, it's awesome. And you can also ride them.
How are you? Get him! Hello there! Hello there! Hello there! Get him! Hello there!
And you could talk to them as well.
Hello there!
I'm probably going to remove the riding ability in the next version. Anyway, so, well, that's the biggest mountain I've ever seen in this dimension. There's still woodland mansions, don't worry. Oh, well, the first thing I changed is these trees. You actually you no longer need a diamond pickaxe to get the fruits. Where's the fruits? There's some over here. Let me go into survival mode. I wish NEI still existed. Survival. Alright, so these fruits, right? These actually used to be the part of the tree themselves. They used to be the log. But now the logs are actually what they should be, which is the compressed nickelite blocks, as opposed to just being the these ones. But what do you do with these ones? Well, before you needed to use a diamond pickaxe to mine them. Now you just need an iron one. I don't know why it was a diamond. Maybe for balancing. But anyway, you'll see that those blocks don't actually drop what they used to drop. They do not, in fact, drop just nickelite ingots anymore, compressed nickelite ingots, because that was extremely overpowered, because you could just go to this dimension on, like, your first day playing and get, you know, a freaking nickelite sword, which does 37 attack damage, at least on the old version. So, what did I do to mitigate this? Well, as we saw, it didn't drop those nickelite ingots. It dropped these compressed nickelite pieces. Now, this is an interesting change, and yeah, all these textures are custom, by the way. But whoops, one thing that you will need to do with this, I think you're supposed to be able to throw them, but that didn't pan out. So the only thing you can use these for right now is to combine them, 8 of them, with a lore catalyst in the center, and you'll make one of those compressed nickelite ingots. And of course you're able to make the nickelite sword with that, and, you know, do your Weenon blocks to make more portals in this dimension to, you know, fast travel easier than getting obsidian in the overworld. Those structures still spawn, by the way. These Weenors don't What? They attack? I didn't add that! That's hilarious! No, where's another one? Come here. No. Get. Oh my god, that's hilarious! I'm being chased by a Weenor. I did not do that, but that's weird. I don't know why they attack. I'm gonna keep that in. That's hilarious. I did not know. I did not know that. Anyway, so one thing that you will also want to find in this dimension, apart from these, is you will definitely want to find these things. This is the new edition as of 3.3 or 3.30, spawning as of 3.31. These are actually warthead, or they're called wartheads. So this is called a warthead plant, and when you break one, it'll drop for anywhere from like 2 to like 1 to 3 or 4 of these what are called warthead nodules. And well, what do you do with these? Let me just get a bunch so I have some to mess with. And these plants are not exactly rare, but they're not exactly terribly common either. Like they generate less than the sacks do, but you know. Oh, there's another one. But well, what do we do with these? Well, this is actually a way to get nether wart out of these. So how do you do that? How are you supposed to do that? What did I implement in here to make these turn into nether wart? Well, you could just eat them. And this is actually food in this dimension. So, you know, as you're running around, if you jump off 2 blocks, you will unfortunately get hurt. That's just an effect of how these blocks make you jump. But, yeah, so I'm not going to fix that. But, yeah, you can actually eat these at any time, which means you can top up on your saturation. These have 1.2 saturation value. And you can, well, basically get your nether wart at any point. That is not intended. That was... What? That is not intended whatsoever. Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. What? Okay, I know what happened. Okay, so these are apparently netherwort plants. These are not actually netherwort. I was wondering why there were two netherworts in the picker. That's so stupid. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to fix that. These netherworts are not actually the correct netherwort. But if they were, if I got some netherwort... Oh no, they are. They're just... I don't know why they are able to be planted on these. Whoops. Yeah, they're not able to be planted on this, but on this they are. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so for now, I guess you can grow netherwort on the grass here. That's an unintended side effect. I don't know what's causing that, but yeah, I definitely didn't make that. Anyway, so yeah, that's a way to get netherwort. You just eat these warthead nodules and they turn into 1 netherwort per nodule. However, you can also use them in a crafting recipe. You can actually do it in here. Actually, I might need 4 of those in order to do that, so let's see if we can find one more. There's one up there. And this recipe, as you'll see, isn't really meant to be utilized in general gameplay. This is just meant for utilization when you're doing like automation stuff with other mods. So you put 4 nodules in a crafting area in any kind of way, and you'll get 2 nether wart for your 4 nodules. But it's just much better to eat the nodules instead, because you'll convert all of them to nether wart instead of just half of them. So it's an inefficient recipe, but that's because you're not actually supposed to do that. You're supposed to eat them and take the netherworts, which I'm gonna call seeds. Take the netherwort seeds you get from the nodules, and you know, use them. And well, what are you supposed to use them for? Because you got all this netherwort. What are you gonna use it for? Well, I forgot about that. Unintended. Yeah, come on, swim. You know you want to. Ah, he's so fast. Stupid Weenors. Anyway, so yeah, what do you do with this netherwort? Well, you can't do anything with it until you get a blaze rod, which actually there's a mob in this mod that drops blaze rods. I'm in survival, but his name is Chetty, and he spawns in the nether. So you do have to still go to the nether to get a whatever it's called, a brewing stand, like the blaze rods for the brewing stand. And but then once you have that, you have to locate an ore that's in this dimension. What am I at? I'm at 64. Okay, so I need to be a bit lower for what I'm trying to find to generate. I just fell. I fell all the way down. This is not okay. Let me just go over here. I need to get a little bit lower. I'm going to pick up some of this food just so that I have a little bit of food here. Alright, well, okay, is there some down here? Let's see. Does not look like there's any near, so I'm gonna go back up. I might get some like hot dogs or something from those. Like I might make them drop like hot dogs or something, just so you can have some cookable food in this dimension. But maybe not. Oh yes, yes! I didn't break the spawns. The spawns are no longer broken. Okay, so that is what's called a walking. No, that's a completely. That's actually from a completely different mod. Ignore that. Ignore that totally. Don't even pay attention to that. That's not intended. That's just because this grass is has creatures able to spawn on it. Like specifically the tag creature can spawn on this grass. So yeah, sorry about that. That's unintended. Let me try to find. Maybe there's some down there. No, it's just filled with water. What is wrong with this dimension and water? What's wrong with Minecraft and water? Water is just generating way too much on in places it really shouldn't. It's really annoying. I am failing right now. I mean, there's supposed to be like ores happening. Not in hills. I specifically made it so that would not be the case. Down here. Nope, there's just Weenors. The Weenors can't drown, by the way. Like, that's something I made sure of. They can't drown. They are technically amphibious entities. Alright, let's see here. Any ores down here? No? Wow, I am getting really unlucky. Everything is filled with water. This is really getting old. Pretty sure this is not supposed to be filled with water. Ah, oh, damn it. Okay, let me actually use these. I don't even know why I have a bunch of Nikolite blocks. It's just weird. Okay, let's go back up here. Let's go across. Oh yeah, that's right. Gravity affected. Yeah, because it's just a bunch of dust. Wait. The Weenor is blocking it. I should make it so that the hitbox is only 1 block high. Because the Weenor is only 1 block high. Why is the hitbox 2 times the model? That's weird. Okay, Sapnap spawned in here. He's not aggressive, so he should be fine. I'm trying to find an ore. It's supposed to spawn in this dimension, but it's just not. And I didn't change anything in relation to where it should spawn, so I don't really know what happened. I guess I'll cut to when I find the ore. This is nuts. Oh, okay, there's some of the ore. Yeah, it's only been a few seconds, guys. But, you need an iron pickaxe to mine this, and this is called Wisconite. And if you remember from the previous spotlight, which I didn't actually call a spotlight, I called it, like, autistic ADHD wiener something, I don't know. My previous spotlight I did on this, which is really goofy. I said that, you can use this Wisconite dust with a brewing stand. So let me get a brewing stand. Breeze rod. What can you do with that? Wind charge? I'm sorry. It's new Minecraft stuff. I have no idea. I didn't add that stuff. Anyway, so yeah, you can put blaze. I wish I could add another fuel for this, so you didn't have to go to the actual nether. Okay, so, and then I'll put some water bottles. Water bottle. Yeah, there we go. Water bottles. Put the nether wart in, and of course that will create some awkward potions, and that's actually why I added these warthead nodules and the warthead plants. So you could actually, go to the nether, just get a blaze rod, or sorry, 2 blaze rods, because you need 2 to make, you know, to make the brewing stand and fuel the brewing stand. But then you can get the nether wart in here. Although, if you've gotten a blaze rod, you might not even need to get that nether wart a different way. But now there's another way to get nether wart. And you can make your awkward potions, and then if you put the whiskenite dust there, this will brew and basically imbue the freaking, whatever it's called, the awkward potions that we have now created with the whiskenite, and it'll make, I think, potion of whisk. And, yeah, there we go. And actually, there's another thing. What the heck? Option click. That's so stupid. What? Where's the... Oh, I'm being dumb. Let me go find the potions. Where are the potions? There we go. No. God, that's so stupid. Okay, anyway. So to get, you know, the potion of whisk, that's what you do. Now I have potions of whisk. The splash potions are actually called splash potions of whisking. And the lingering potions, wherever they are there no lingering potions? Oh, they're there. For some reason they didn't show up during normal play. Oh, come on. Okay. It's the lingering potion of whisketeering. So, yeah, I don't think there's an arrow. Is there? Arrow of whisking toning. So yeah, I did a little bit of a meme there, but yeah, these potions will just allow you to basically traverse this land a lot quicker, or moderately quicker than you would be otherwise. And you know, the jumping on these blocks, jumping values of the blocks are kind of making it so that you can travel the same speed if you're jumping as well as running, as well as just running. So yeah, bald. Okay. Anyway, so that's basically the changes in Jaden's lore. Jaden's lore's 0.3. Sorry, 3.3 or 3.30. Everything is fixed that I added recently as of 3.3.1. So if you get 3.3.1, that should be a stable build for right now, anyway. And yeah, I'm probably gonna add more to this dimension. To be honest, I'm not really sure why these guys are spawning in here. Holy crap! Wait, how much health do you have?
Get him, get him, get him.
How much health? No, you die. You must die now. I'm gonna be just... Oh god, that scared the hell out of me. Alright, well, anyway, this has been our Redux. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next live stream, short or video, whatever that may be. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your evening. See you guys.